Hey everybody, been a while since I've done a post targeted at authors and the writing process. I decided maybe I try to do it as a video blog this time. So if you like this new format, please give a like or leave a comment below and we'll do some more of these in the future. Now today I wanted to talk a little bit about read-through. Read-through is a very important concept which can make or break your profitability as an author who advertises. Now let me try to break this down in the simplest terms for you. When we talk about read-through, we're talking about if somebody reads one of your books, will they go on and read more of your books? Now this is really difficult to measure, even if you use affiliate codes from Amazon or whatever retailer that you use to sell through. It's very hard to track this information. Furthermore, it's far more common for people to read through your next book in a series than it is for someone to read through your next standalone novel. I think that stands to reason. If I write book one of Dark Vanishings and people enjoy it, they're much more likely to buy Dark Vanishings 2 and continue on with the series than they are to perhaps read Storeberry and decide they like that and then read Crawl Space next. So you're going to get read through a lot more from a series than you are from an individual standalone novel. Now I think you all know where I'm going with this by now. If you have a very good idea for a story, ask yourself, is there a series in this idea? Is it just a standalone novel or novella or a short story? Or is this something which I can continue to expand upon? Kind of like the way, the first episode of Breaking Bad goes into the rest of the series. Or is it just a one-off novel? So what exactly is read-through to begin with? It's very simple. If somebody buys book one, how likely are they to go on and buy books 2, 3, and 4 if I have, for instance, a 4-book series like Dark Vanishings? If they are a Kindle Unlimited reader and they read book one and I get paid for those pages read, how likely are they going to go through and read books 2 through 4? Statistically, people who are in Kindle Unlimited read through a lot more frequently than people who buy books. So that's an advantage. You may not like the idea of Kindle Unlimited as an author, but it has its advantages, especially if you are writing in a series. You're a lot more likely to get read through on your series from Kindle Unlimited readers than you are from people who buy books flat out and download them. So how do we know then if somebody who read book one went on to read books 2, 3, 4, or whatever? The answer is you don't. It's very difficult to know this information even if you're using affiliate codes, because affiliate codes only last for 24 hours once that person clicks on the link. And a lot of times when people first click on that link, maybe to go from the back of book one, you have a link to send them to book two. And so they click on that link and then they decide, no, I'm not convinced. I'm not going to buy right now. I think I'll get to it tomorrow. Well, 24 hours goes by and then that affiliate code link expires and then they go directly to your page, they buy the book, and you don't see that credit as an affiliate. However, you can make a very good estimate of how many people go on to read books 2 through 4, just by simple math. So what I do is I take the total income derived from pages read throughout the entire series, from commissions gained throughout the entire series, and I divide that number by the number of books sold in the first book of the series. So let's say I sold 500 books of Dark Vanishings, book one, and overall in the series I've made $4,000 or something like that. Then I would divide 4,000 by the amount of books sold, and that would tell me how much money I make truly per sale of book one. So now what I want to do is show you the power in that information. And it gets down to advertising. Advertising is hugely important, and I could do an entire video post on this, or an entire book for that matter, on advertising. Think about, somebody opens a mom and pop business in your small town. Do they just open the doors and put the open sign out there and figure the customers will figure it out and come? Of course not. They place an advertisement in the newspaper. They put flyers up. They pay to get the word out in some way, whether it's a radio ad or whatever. They're paying to get the word out. Advertising comes with a cost. It's often a steep cost. So then they have to decide, is this advertising profitable? The key is that you want to do it for a profit. It's very difficult to get a profit right away in advertising. Usually what happens is the mom and pop business spends a few $100s on advertising, and then over the course of weeks and months, people come through the doors and buy enough gifts, and word of mouth gets around from those initial buyers that it pays off. They actually make a profit off of that advertising. It's the same thing as a writer. And that's why I like to look at read-through, and that's why I love to write in a series, because it allows me to leverage that read-through and be able to pay an intelligent price for advertising. So I price Mind of a Killer, book one of the Scarlet Bell series, at only 99 cents, which means, guess what? I'm making 35 cents approximately per sale of an ebook. How can I possibly make money off of that? I mean, obviously, the reason I'm doing it, I'm sure you can all see, is because I want to invite people into the series. So let's say that I'm deciding to set up an advertisement, maybe through AMS, which is Amazon Marketing Services. So I set up an ad, and I'm paying maybe something like 17 cents per click. Anybody who knows anything about click-through advertising knows that you do not nearly make a sale on every click. In fact, it usually takes quite a few clicks before you get a sale, but you're paying for each one of those clicks. So if I'm only making 35 cents per commission on Mind of a Killer, so I can't possibly make money off of Mind of a Killer on its own unless people are buying the book 1 out of every 2 clicks. So again, I'm paying 17 cents per click. I'm getting 35 cents in commissions. I'm going to have to get a sale off of 1 of every 2 clicks. That is unheard of in just about any form of internet advertising, click-through advertising. You're just not going to have that. Therefore, you cannot possibly make money advertising your books unless you consider read-through. Let's go back to what I said before about read-through. The entire series is going to make your money, not book one. I've done a lot of calculations, and I know that for every book that I sell of Mind of the Killer, I make about $3.50 to $4 in commissions. All right, now this is a 99-cent book, remember, and I'm only making 35 cents per download from Amazon commissions on book one. So that means that I must have a lot of read-through. A lot of people like my series enough to read the other books in the series, whether they're doing it through Kindle Unlimited or they're actually paying for each individual download. Having that information, though, knowing that I make $3.50 to $4 in commissions per sale of book one is huge. So now I can go back to AMS, to Amazon Services, and I can say, well, you know what? I'm getting a download for about 1 out of every 7 or 8 clicks. And that's about what I get for Mind of a Killer. If I divide, say, $3.50 in total read-through for the series, divided by 7 clicks, that gives me 50 cents. That means I can pay 50 cents per click on average and still break even on the series. The more I spend per click, the more clicks I'm going to get, because Amazon tends to show the highest bids. Makes sense, obviously. If I bid low, I stand a much better chance of making a profit, and I can make a much larger profit, but chances are I'm not going to get many clicks, not many impressions, because people are going to outbid me. But it's important, though, that I have that information going in. I need that read-through information. So if you are planning a series, or if you already have a series, the first thing I want you to do right now is to go into your data and find out how much money have you made off of that series from book one through book whatever, and add it all up. Commissions from sales, commissions from pages read, and then divide that by the amount of books you actually sold for book one. And that will tell you how much money you actually make from book one, by selling book one, I should say, because you make a lot more than you do from just that sale of book one. Because my intro book, Mind of a Killer, is only 99 cents, I tend to have a very high click-through rate. In other words, for every click that I get, for every 7 clicks that I get, I'll get a sale. For something higher priced, like Storeberry or a crawl space, $4.99 books, it may take me 20 to 25 clicks to get that sale. Either way, if I divide the amount of money which I know I'm going to make off the sale of book one, and I divide that by the amount of clicks it takes to get that sale, I know exactly the amount that I can afford to pay to break even. And any time that I pay under that, I know that I make a profit. I use an app called Book Report. If you search for Book Report and Amazon online through Google, you'll find the app. I absolutely recommend it. If you make less than $1,000 in sales per month on Amazon, this website is absolutely free for you to use. If, on the other hand, you make more than $1,000 per month on Amazon, then it becomes $19.99 per month. If you use Book Report, you can search by dates, you can search by books, you can divide your books into series. It's so easy and painless to use. And you can answer these questions literally in a split second. I know exactly how much money I've made off the Scarlet Bell series, off the Dark Vanishing series, with one click. And then all I have to do is look at how many books I sold of books one in each series, and I can tell you how much I actually made from the sale of book one in each series. And having this information to me is highly valuable. And it just is something which I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about doing all these calculations all the time, or downloading spreadsheets. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed learning about read-through and how it can help you as an advertiser and as a bookseller, please click the little heart there or the like, and leave a comment below. And please, if you have any questions about how to do the calculations, different methods for figuring out if you're profitable through advertising, by all means leave me a message here on Patreon or on YouTube, and I'll get back to you immediately. So that's it for now, and we'll see you on the next video.